Hi, I'm Robert, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to install LEDs in the trunk. Alright, so this is my car. These are the LEDs. I might have gone overkill, but super easy. You have a light here. Ignore the burn mark. That pops out, and you have wiring. Yay. Then you're going to lift underneath this lip here, and you're going to pull this down, and there's little pop things. And you're just going to pop a couple of them. You don't have to do much, 3, just to get in there, right? Then the next phase is this panel here. All right, you just kind of grab a corner, get your finger under there. We're going to start popping and popping and popping, and it comes off. My wiring came out there. So the initial wiring off of the light comes in here, up this rubber tube and up this, and then comes out there and then deviates. Again, all of this stuff just pops off. Boop, done. 2 bolts, 2 screws technically. This little panel comes off, and this little hook has a screw in it. Boop. Now, can I not drop my phone while I get a little screwdriver? All right, so again, this little dude just pops open like that. And there's your other screw. And so this screw, and then start popping. Oh, and these guys, these are twists, and they come out a little bit. A little more. These are technically pop pins, but they thread out. They push in, but they thread out. Just like that. And then this literally starts popping off. So I installed my lights, wired them up in series, meaning that the ground is hooked up to a ground and the hots are hooked up to the red. Ran that all through there. The only deviation I have is in this light. Okay, I taped it all up, but on this switch, I don't know if you can actually see, there is a red, a black, and a green. So this is wired differently than my Crosstrek. The Crosstrek actually was just a red and a green, a red and a black rather, and you just spliced into the red and the black, and voila, the lights are there. This one, I actually had to cut the red and butt splice the positive line into the incoming of the light and the ground into the red going to the light, relying on the way the switch is wired. It literally goes through the light, then through this switch, then to ground. So my initial setup didn't work because they were always on. There was no switch. So I ran it in series, so the hot side was hooked up to the car's power, and the ground side of all my lights hooked up back to the red. So the power comes through the red, through all of my lights, back through this light, and then through the switch, and then ground. Really not that hard. If you have any more questions, just shoot me a IM. I'm usually pretty good at that. The other complication you might have is trying to feed it through this tube. These, with a little screwdriver and prying, actually will come out fairly easily and pop right back in just as easily. So trying to feed it through there was probably the second toughest challenge that I came across. Like I said, if there was any other questions, really not that complicated. You come in through here, through this tube, up to here. I installed set here, and then continued on through here. I'm not going to take all of this down, but my wiring connects behind this panel, which again, we can, there's my wiring for these two lights. So hope that helps.